Jump inside the box and get a closer look at the HTC One and everything that is included in the retail package. The first thing you're greeted with is the device. I'll put that to the side for a moment, get through the more mundane, more boring accessories, then we'll jump back to some beautiful visuals on the device shortly. So the first extra you're going to notice inside the box is a set of headphones. They aren't Beats branded, but they do seem to have Beats styling because there are red tips. They are interchangeable, so you can pick the most comfortable and suitable size for your personal ear canals. You'll also notice an inline microphone, making these convenient for answering phone calls like any headset that's included with a smartphone these days. So I do give them a few extra points at least for having slightly different styling. They're not just straight up white or black. And they also have what looks like a tangle-free cord. It's got that ribbon-style cord, so presumably they won't get tangled quite as easily as a standard headset might. You've also got a USB cable, micro USB to USB, used for charging the device, and that cable will plug into this USB power brick. This is what you will plug into the wall when you need a little bit more juice. You've got paperwork as well from HTC and a little tiny tool for inserting your micro SIM. This is pretty standard, especially on devices that are as thin as the HTC One. So here's that paperwork that I mentioned earlier, some warranty information, etc. And then lastly, you have a couple of stickers from HTC so you can rep the brand on the bumper of your car, on your laptop, or anywhere else you might place a sticker. So here's a closer look at the actual device. The main attraction here, the front identifies HTC Blink Feed, Boom Sound, and Zoe. So those are some special features included. And as we remove the last piece of packaging here, you can start to appreciate the build quality, the design, and you can start to figure out what all the reviewers have been raving about. This thing is absolutely beautiful. The front is dominated by that large 4.7-inch 1080p screen. The back is done in a beautiful aluminum, which is curved and very, very thin, very nice to hold. The camera is flush with the device, unlike older HTC devices where the camera protruded a bit. And on the front, we have forward-facing speakers, which is a big deal and has been covered in the ads for the HTC One. But finally, I mean, geez, it's been a long time that we've been dealing with devices firing audio in all kinds of different directions, down, back, up, anywhere but at us, which is kind of a strange thing. And these are big speakers too, and loud. So HTC has really brought the heat with this device from a hardware design and engineering standpoint. I will agree with everyone else that this is the most beautiful Android handset. No, forget about it. The most beautiful handset available right now. If you guys are interested in pricing and availability on this device, the link will be down below so you can go and check that out. But as you can tell, I'm a big fan so far. I haven't used it for an extended period, but the hardware is definitely on point. One little mini drawback for me is that the power button slash, the lock button is on the top, where I usually prefer it on the side of the device. On the side here, you have your volume rocker, and on the front is where you'll see your light sensor as well as your forward-facing camera on each side of that top speaker. The back also features an LED flash to go with that flush-mounted camera, as I said before, and that is, of course, that very interesting ultra-pixel camera, which I will definitely be putting to the test shortly. So taking a closer look at the interface, you do have the new HTC Sense. Now, you guys know I'm a huge fan of the stock Android experience. I generally prefer that to a skinned experience, but this one feels snappy as hell. I mean, you really don't notice that there's anything on top here. I probably won't use the Blink Feed features, though I don't know right now. Granted, I just opened this thing up, but as you guys can tell, this has the potential to be a multimedia powerhouse with that 1080p screen, with that fast processor, with those wonderful forward-facing speakers. I mean, this thing's going to be really tough to beat, and the new Galaxy S4 definitely has its work cut out for it going up against this wonderfully designed, beautifully engineered, and powerful 4.7-inch HTC One. You guys can tell that I'm a fan. I think you probably will be